Imagine being caught talking to yourself. A little embarrassing, right? Some people even see it as a sign of losing your mind. But let's be honest, everyone has done it. Your alarm goes off in the morning. And the first thing you mutter is, "Why did I set it this early?" Or maybe you're rushing out the door, frantically looking for your keys. And when you can't find them, you just sigh and say out loud, "Seriously? What's wrong with me today?" And then your neighbor catches you, staring like you're a bit odd. But here's the thing. Science has been studying this for years. And research shows that talking to yourself is completely normal. In fact, almost everyone does it daily. Though yes, some people do take it a little too far. So today, let's answer two simple questions. Why do we talk to ourselves? And does what we say actually matter? Self-talk is basically the inner narration in your head. Psychologists call it inner speech. But here we'll just call it the voice. This voice is not the same as mental images or recalling random facts. It's different. It's verbalized thoughts. Messages you direct at yourself. About your life, your tasks, or your feelings. It can sound like, "I really need to practice my free throws." Or "I should study more tonight." But it can also be casual reflections like, "Wow, the gym is packed. I'll come back tomorrow." For adults, most of this inner voice is silent. But speaking out loud to yourself is part of the same category. In fact, psychologists believe that our earliest experiences of self-talk are mostly vocal. Children often talk out loud while playing, repeating conversations they've had with adults. That's how they practice handling emotions and behavior. As kids grow, that outer dialogue slowly becomes internal, a private voice inside the mind. And that's why so many of our expressions and tone of voice resemble those of our parents or caregivers. Now, why does this matter? Because this inner voice is crucial. It helps us plan, face difficult situations, and even push ourselves through the day. The tricky part is that studying self-talk is incredibly difficult. How do you measure something that happens spontaneously, without conscious control? That's why scientists are still trying to figure out questions like, why do some people talk to themselves more than others? Which brain areas are activated during self-talk? And how is it different from a regular conversation? We may never have all the answers. But here's what we do know. What you tell yourself has real power. Constructive or motivational self-talk can increase focus, boost self-esteem, and help you get tasks done. Think about when you're cooking or cleaning, and you say to yourself, "Stir this, put that there, rinse that off." It's like giving instructions to someone else. Except the someone is you. Studies show this helps with learning and regulation. And when it comes to emotions, talking yourself through them can actually make it easier to handle stress. There's also something called distanced self-talk. Instead of saying, "I'm going to ace this exam," you phrase it like, "John, you're ready for this test." Research found that this approach is especially effective for reducing anxiety in stressful situations, like meeting new people or speaking in public. But here's the flip side. Just as positive self-talk helps, negative self-talk can hurt. Most of us are our own harshest critics. But when that inner voice becomes excessively negative, it turns toxic, hurting your confidence, your motivation, and even your relationships. So let me leave you with a question. How do you talk to yourself? Hopefully, with kindness. Because your inner voice might just be the most important voice you ever hear.